Former NBA player Austin Rivers had high praise for Dallas Mavericks guard Kyrie Irving. In a clip uploaded to X by Overtime on Saturday, the ex-New York Knicks guard gave his perspective on what it's like to face Irving and how hard it is to contain him. Rivers described the challenges of slowing down a player like Irving, who signed a 3-year deal worth up to $126 million with Dallas in 2023, because of how he can read a defense and his seemingly endless bag of counters. Rivers acknowledges that he's guarded players who are generally considered to be greater in an all-time sense. However, Irving is the most difficult player he's had to go against one-on-one, more difficult than even LeBron James. With Irving, the process of defending him can be more difficult due to the amount of counters he has in his repertoire. Dallas Mavericks guard Kyrie Irving is in his 14th season in the NBA. In 32 games so far, Irving has averaged 23.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 4.8 assists on over 43% from three. After missing 6 of the last 7 games, Irving suited up as the Mavericks hosted the West's No. 1 seed Oklahoma City Thunder on Friday night. In 39 minutes of action, Irving had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists as the Mavericks picked up the crucial win following 3 consecutive losses. Irving's 3 of 8 shooting from 3 was enough for him to move up to 27th in NBA history for made three-pointers. With 1,828 threes, Kyrie passed the late Kobe Bryant on the list. The moment was additionally special as Irving often spoke about how Bryant was a mentor for him. Irving reached this mark in 585 fewer games. In fact, 6 of the top 10 and 12 of the top 25 leaders in all-time threes made are active players, a sign of how the game has evolved and the importance of three-pointers in the modern NBA. In the ever-evolving landscape of the NBA, where talent brims on every court and matchups decide destinies, it is rare for a player to be unanimously considered unguardable. Yet, former New York Knicks guard and defensive stalwart Iman Shumpert recently offered a striking take on the difficulty of defending certain players. His comparison drew attention when he suggested that guarding Dallas Mavericks superstar Kyrie Irving, a man with a $126 million contract and a reputation for dazzling artistry on the hardwood, might be a more formidable challenge than defending none other than LeBron James. The claim was bold, the implication clear. There are simply no flaws in Irving's game. This statement sent shockwaves through the basketball world, reigniting debates about what makes a player difficult to defend and the unique skill set that Irving brings to the court. When Shumpert spoke of Irving's offensive prowess, he wasn't referencing mere statistics, though they are certainly impressive. Irving's career averages of nearly 24 points, 5.7 assists, and 3.8 rebounds per game reflect his capability. But numbers only tell part of the story. The true difficulty lies in his style, a breathtaking fusion of dribbling wizardry, mid-range excellence, finishing at the rim with ambidextrity, and a deadly perimeter shot. Kyrie is the most skilled player I've ever guarded, Shumpert declared. LeBron? He's dominant. But Kyrie, he's flawless, unlike James, whose strength and vision have been his defining attributes. Irving's offensive arsenal is a masterclass in unpredictability and finesse. His dribble package is often described as one of the greatest in NBA history, a repertoire that leaves defenders guessing at every turn. He moves with a balletic grace, chaining together crossovers, hesitations, and spin moves with fluid precision. The ball appears tethered to his hand as if by an invisible string, a spectacle that leaves fans mesmerized and defenders demoralized. One key element that distinguishes Irving from other greats, including James, is his multidimensional scoring ability. While LeBron's size, strength, and explosive athleticism make him a nightmare in transition and near impossible to stop on drives to the basket, his game leans more heavily on physicality. Irving, on the other hand, blends his elite handles with shooting touch and finishing creativity that defy convention. His three-level scoring prowess makes him a unique problem for defenders. From beyond the arc, Irving's shooting percentages consistently hover around 40% from three-point range. His ability to create his own shot, even against top-tier defenders, makes him lethal in isolation. The mid-range game. Considered a lost art in modern basketball, Irving has revived the mid-range jumper with stunning efficiency. Whether pulling up off the dribble or stepping back into space, he seemingly conjures from nowhere. He sinks contested shots with ease. Finishing at the rim. Few players possess his dexterity around the basket. Irving uses an array of floaters, finger rolls, and offhand finishes to evade shot blockers. His body control and ability to adjust in mid-air are unparalleled. To call guarding LeBron James easy would be absurd. His combination of size, speed, and basketball IQ makes him one of the most feared players in the league. However, his style presents a different kind of challenge, a more predictable, albeit still overwhelming, one. LeBron's dominance lies in his brute force and exceptional vision. Standing at 6'9" and weighing around 250 pounds, he can bulldoze his way to the basket, absorb contact, and still finish plays. His passing ability forces defenders to guard him as both a scorer and a facilitator. This dual threat nature requires defensive schemes that often involve double teams and intricate rotations. Yet, therein lies the difference that Shumpert emphasized. Jameis' offensive game, though extraordinarily effective, has certain tendencies that defenders can anticipate. You know where the danger zones are. When he's barreling down the lane, when he's driving to his right, or when he's setting up a step-back three. His power and precision can overwhelm. But the playbook is more straightforward. Kyrie, by contrast, thrives in chaos. He is a master of improvisation, capable of shifting his attack with a mere flick of the wrist. His unpredictability, combined with his technical mastery, means there is no one-size-fits-all defensive strategy. Beyond physical skills, Irving's mental approach to the game further enhances his difficulty as an opponent. His confidence is unshakable, and his creativity knows no bounds. He doesn't just play basketball. He paints with it. Shumpert highlighted this mental edge when discussing what it feels like to guard Irving. He makes you second-guess everything, he explained. With some guys, you can figure out patterns. With Kyrie, there are no patterns. Every move has a counter, and every counter has another move. You can't relax for a second. Defenders live in a constant state of anxiety, knowing that even a slight misstep will be exploited. Irving's basketball IQ allows him to read defensive schemes and adjust on the fly, further complicating matters. Their admiration for Irving's skill set is not limited to Shumpert. Across the league, players and coaches alike acknowledge his brilliance. His influence on younger guards is evident, as many rising stars attempt to emulate his dribble techniques and finishing moves. What separates Irving from most is his commitment to refining every aspect of his game. His attention to detail is meticulous, whether it's perfecting his footwork, enhancing his shooting mechanics, or studying defenders to exploit their weaknesses. This dedication to craftsmanship has earned him a reputation as one of the purest scorers in NBA history.